I gotta get my chats and everything set up. So hopefully everyone had a good weekend. Hopefully you didn't have to spend all weekend stressed about because you blew a funded account on a Friday. Friday's price action was fairly tough on the starting out. All right. All right. I think everything is set up. So it's going to be a no news Monday. Um, where I'm also doing a elusive giveaway today on my YouTube. So for anybody that's using elusive as their prop firm. All right, I think we're good to go. So I am looking for price to kind of move down to say 24,300 to 85, pretty much where we have all this consolidation right here. So this is why I feel that we may have a lot of like, oh, I'll show you. Dang it. Choppy mess this morning. So pretty much when we move below this here, we're going to be running into this. So I feel like this morning you're just going to get a lot of like ping pong in between these two. And I feel like to just get more cleaner action, either we need to move straight up to fill in that gap to the upside, or we need to get below this 4-hour candle here at the 200s. I just think before that, you're just going to have a lot of choppy mess. So just being a Monday, no news, I would just be very cautious this morning, or maybe go for a quick take profits. So even if I took a trade, I don't know if I'd want to go for that normal, 15 and 30 points. I feel like the 10 plus no runner with no target would probably be the safer for this morning. You don't want to mess up your account on a Monday morning and have a good the rest of the week, and just because I got 3 accounts that are like 8 trading days away from payout. So, and I got, if I can get those by the end of the month, I still got 16 trading days left of the month. If for some reason we can't find nothing today, we're just going to probably do eval today, depending on what the price action looks like this morning. I feel like the only really big clean move is probably to the upside. I'm not sure about the downside. So, and if you've watched charts for a while, you've noticed that anytime that we have 500 points of movement in the Asia market, which the Asia market has, well, since 9 o'clock last night, we have moved up 500 points. And that's a lot of points. And like, that means New York will turn into the consolidation, and it'll take like a couple days to get back to normal. And I think that's because of like the gas prices going pretty wild, because of what's going on in the Middle East with the war talks and stuff. So that's making the gas like all over the place. A lot of crazy volatility last night. I heard people were taking some banger trades in the oil market last night in the futures. Gold was banging off last night. Big rips in gold. They were just ripping everywhere last night. For anybody that was trading last night, I didn't trade the last night. I just knew it was probably best to stay away from that. But what's up, man? How are you doing? Let me get my Steam Lab or Streamlab thing set up today and see which lobby's going to get that. Because I'm still kind of one that does that sometimes. Whenever I start the giveaways, sometimes one time it was in the vertical, the rest of the times it was in the horizontal. So let me log into that real quick and start that. What is it? 8 o'clock? I mean 9 o'clock. So we will do it for, what's that? Hour and a half. So yeah, hour and a half. Do 10:30. Uh, the only way I can see us going up is moving they got that opening gap from overnight, and that would run up back up to the previous day highs. I feel like that's the only where we get clean moves to the upside this morning is to the upside. But to the downside, I think it would take us a lot to get through it. I know you can't see it probably on your vertical, but it's all of this here. I'm going to stay neutral on the fundeds today. I don't feel like today is going to be a great day to trade fundeds. I'm usually very iffy when trading my fundeds. Whenever we got massive movement in the overnight session, and we got 500 points of movement in overnight session. That's just my preference though, because like I said, I'm only 8 to 9 trades away from, $2,500 in payouts. So, and I still got 16 days of trading days. I'm probably not going to trade my fundeds unless for some reason it looks nice and clean, but I'm not sure. I just know in the past, whenever we got 500 points of movement in the market overnight, a lot of times we just get a lot of garbage starting out. Now, it may get better after the lunch hour, and that's usually the case. Like if we chop around in the morning, you'll get better movement after the 1, 2 o'clock, after the lunch period's over. But this morning, I'm not sure. So now you might get a nice move to the upside to clear out that weekly gap. We still got this weekly gap fill in all the way back up here to 24,605. So to the upside, that might be a nice target for this morning. But moves to the downside, I don't really like the shorts unless we get back below the 24,200s. So we'll just have to just wait and see which way we go this morning. Because even right now, we're just consolidating sideways. I mean, we've already been consolidating for what? It's going to be 3 straight hours since 6 o'clock all the way till what, 9 o'clock now, just sideways trading. So this is the type price action that kind of worries me during the New York session when you got that many points of movement and since 9 o'clock last night. So I think it's just one of these deals you just kind of have to just wait. I lost track. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was starting. I was like, what was I doing before I stopped? I was setting up my giveaway. That's what we were doing. We were setting up the giveaway. I was like, what are we doing? We're gonna do a elusive giveaway for this morning for anybody that's a elusive, anybody that's using elusive. And we're also doing one tonight, also, guys. All right, so it's 9:08, and we're gonna do it at 10:30 this morning. You too, man. Thanks a lot for stopping by and hanging out for a second. So what is that? 81 minutes. Give me a minute, guys. We're trying to get this set up real quick. Yep, there we go. We'll start it here in like 15 seconds. We'll start it at 9:10. That way it'll end at 9:30. I mean 10:30. All right. Start giveaway. So it looks like the giveaway is going to be in the horizontal page. And you just got to put exclamation husk to enter. I was hoping it would be in the horizontal, I mean the vertical, but it wasn't. So if you go over to the horizontal YouTube page and put in exclamation husk, that will enter you in for a free elusive giveaway. And we were going to do that at 10:30 this morning. That way, pretty much after the market, get through all the opening and all the craziness, and we'll do it at 10:30. What's up, Noah? How are you doing? What's up, Server? How are you doing this morning? Server, aren't you a Noah on YouTube? Isn't that what you said? I think someone said that, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure I had that the same. I remember you saying that, but I wasn't positive. I remember someone from TikTok saying that was their name on YouTube, but just wanted to make sure. I was hoping that I could do the giveaway on the vertical screen, but I don't know why it picked vertical one day, but I guess today it's going to be on horizontal, which is good because usually there's a lot less people watching the horizontal page, so the odds are a little bit better. And it's going to be a 50, and I may give you your pick which one you want to pick from. Let's see. Let me go to my elusive real quick and see which ones I have here. So I'll give you your pick between a elusive flex or elusive pro. Whoever wins, you can pick between those two. We got two of each, so we got four total. So we'll just let whoever wins can pick whatever they want. Yeah, I'll let you, since you're here all the time. If you got somewhere to be, I don't mind doing it that way. We all have to do that work thing, man. Very understandable. I still work too on the side. What's up, Truss? How are you doing today? Good morning. Good morning. Hopefully, everyone had a good weekend. Right now, our 15-minute candle looks around what 75, 25, so about 50 points on that 15-minute candle. So 55, so about a 25, 30 point stop this morning if you're playing that 15-minute range. Like I said, man, I am not a fan of the opening this morning. I feel like the opening has been so hard lately with the choppy mess that, man, like even last Friday was super tough. I kept getting chopped up on both sides last week. Like I'd win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. It was that type of opening last week. I swear the market is different every 3 months. Like some months you get that same price action over and over. Oh, I imagine last night, if you were just got lucky enough to stay in last night's trade, I didn't trade last night. But the volatility looked insane last night until we ran into that consolidation this morning. And usually I trade almost every single night in the NQ. Could be a stoplight hurt day. See, I don't know how to read that VIX very well. I've tried the VIX. I think you're the one that told me. I've seen several people mention the VIX, but I guess I don't quite really know what I'm looking at when I looked at it because I've never used it. I mean, about the only thing I ever used to kind of like look away from the NQ is looking at the ES. I would look for like ES breakouts. I'm not even sure what I want to trade today. It's almost like this morning. Trust me, Noah, I feel very iffy about trading my funders this morning in this price action, man. I don't feel like messing up my trading accounts on this. On this, I feel like today is a no news Monday and we're chopping. So I didn't know if we're going to, especially if we get below this 360, it could just be a straight chop fest between the 300s back up like this because it's going to take a lot to get through this. So if we get below the 360s, it's going to be like boom, 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 boom to it just finally takes out all this liquidity here, man. There is so much, like 3 hours worth. Now, to the upside, I feel like it would be probably a little bit better if you can get above the 500s at this previous day low here from Friday, or actually that would be Thursday's previous day low, and maybe take a run up to the 600s from Friday's low, and that would give you the weekly gap fill in. That's really the only price action I can see that's possibly clean to the upside, but to the downside, I don't know. I just feel like the market's going to want to come back and clear all these wicks up, and it's just going to constantly just be pounding its head. I just feel like today is possibly a no funded trade for me today. And if I do a funded trade, it's going to be like maybe my elusive account. But I think I'm going to stay away from my Bewley accounts. Or I have another loose Bewley that we could trade that I haven't really taken any trades on because these two accounts are only about $800 and something. So I'm about $800 and something from copy trading from a $2,000 payout with my Bewleys and about a $500 away to get even the $500. But I don't know if we're going to do the 1,000. We may do like I think that Noah server and just try to get maybe closer to the $1,500. That way, when you do take the $500 out, you get a little buffer. Because what happens if you go to the 1,000, you take the 500 out, you're left with basically $500 in drawdown. So then I think it makes it a little difficult. Is that you that was telling me that, Noah, that's what you did, and then you ended up blowing? Isn't that what you did with yours? You got to 1,000, you took the 500 out, then you pretty much just spanked the 500 drawdown. So it's like out the window and just wrecked it. So yeah, yeah. I remember someone telling me that, so I was like, man, maybe we try to build a little bit more buffer or something. Trust, if you're still in here, we're doing a giveaway in our horizontal page. If you want to go to horizontal YouTube and put exclamation Huskin to enter yourself in a free giveaway for a Elusive account. So I did clear up my little boxes a little bit. So I took out that shade part that's usually in them, so they're a little bit easier to see. I still did leave the shades inside the 15-minute ones. So this is your 8 o'clock candle, and this is your 9 o'clock 15 minutes. And I've also noticed that any time that your two 15-minute candles are kind of stacked across from each other, that's also another good chance of chop. It says, yeah, I get up to 2,500, take 1,500 out, and still have the 3K drawdown. Okay, nice. That's pretty good there. And that's also elusive. Is that also elusive, Michael? Yeah, that's a good 50. If you can at least keep 1,200 or even 1,000, that's good too. Oh, I don't guess I've ever heard of those guys. May have to look those guys up there. Hopefully, also, we're going to do some trader launch giveaways this week too. For anybody that wants to trade crypto, if you're into trading crypto, they're also a crypto prop firm. I was considered looking at crypto because I've never done crypto, but I've tried to look up some information on that this weekend to try to see when the best time is to trade Bitcoin. But I think it's nano Bitcoin because you got to have just too much in capital to trade a Bitcoin. But I think you can do nano trading. Yeah, I'll have to look though. Let me look at that name again so I don't forget about it. Let me just actually go and put it over here in my search so I don't forget. Where's that company from? Is that a what country is that country? Are they in? Oh well, it shows that I've been here before. I guess I don't remember. Have to see how much their stuff costs. Michael, did you go to the YouTube horizontal page to enter the drawing for elusive giveaway this morning? Uh oh, that was a good one. I always like the better rules. That's the reason why I use Bulanox, but Bulanox is a little bit more on the back end. But I like it that they don't really have any rules hardly, besides that 40% consistency rule. So that's why maybe we'll trade our Apex funded today. I haven't really been trading my Apex on fundeds because, well, I will trade them, but I don't usually talk about them no more since I don't use their affiliate code no more. So I don't use Apex affiliate code no more. So I don't really mention those guys on here very much, even if I trade them. Remember, this is a no news Monday. Your first 15 minutes, you got a fairly large 15-minute candle. I mean, you're looking at 30 plus 45. So basically a 75 point opening 15-minute candle, which is a little on the bigger side. You prefer it to stay somewhere between 20 and what is that, Shane? You said they are 10 mini box. Oh, are you talking about these little boxes on my screen, Shane? Yeah. So what these represents is they're the higher time frames. So I like to see where the higher time frames are doing, and this allows me. It's a open well. It's a opening range indicator, and you just set the times you need. So this allows me to see the higher time frames all on one chart because I like to trade off support and resistance. So I use higher time frames. So the big box over here, this is a 4-hour candle. And these are your hourly candles. And these two little ones in the middle are your 15 minutes. So this way I can see when we run higher time frame candles without moving my, switching my charts around. So I don't have to like switch over to the 4-hour or the 1 hour or the 15 minutes. I can see everything going on right here without moving it around. Yeah, I know it looks a little weird when people look at it, but that's just what I use and it works for me. So I can see when we're about to run the previous 4-hour candle here because I trade off the 5 minutes. All my entries are taken on the 5 minutes. And I can see where all the consolidation is. So right now, looking at this, you can see the last 4 hours is straight consolidation. So that's why I don't really have any idea which way we're going to go this morning. It is called a. Let me make sure. Okay. Give me a minute. It is called a opening range indicator on NinjaTrader, and you can get it free in my Discord. So if you go to my Discord, go to indicators, you'll have to just stroll back up here and look for opening range indicator. It's right there. It's called the opening range box indicator. And then, once you install it, then you can put whatever time zone you're in. You can customize it. So the lines in the middle that you see right here, see these little purple lines and this little blue lines? This is the 50% mark of the previously hourly candle. A lot of times if you pull fib, you may pull back 50% of the candle. So look at this. This is a 4-hour candle. Where did we pull back to? The 50% of the 4-hour candle before we started moving back up. So you can also have that in there too. You can customize them to how you like to use them. Like I said, guys, I'm very iffy with trading funds today. I think it's going to be probably a eval day for me today. I'm about 8 trades away from like I said, $2,500 in payouts, and I don't know. I don't like the price action when we move up 500 points overnight. So I don't know if we're going to take the breakout this morning unless it just happens to look good. But also on the 15 minutes, you're looking at a freaking 40-point stop loss, and even that's big. So nothing is lining up for the way I like for these setups today. So be very careful if you're trading the opening. I think Noah said the VIX was very low this morning. So he said usually that's kind of an indicator for choppiness also for anybody that uses the VIX. I also use a volume profile indicator this morning. So if you look at it, it also has us pulling back to 285 at the point of control. So this is why I'm saying if we get caught between this point of control and all this, so it could just be, like I said, just be a big one choppy, crazy mess this morning. So, all right, less than 30 seconds to go. Be careful this morning if you're trading. If anything, we're going to just do a giveaway here at 10:30 this morning for a free Lucif account. So I'd like to, if I would, I think I would prefer to see the move to the upside. I feel like it would just be cleaner to the upside, and we can fill in that weekly gap back up at the previous day low up at 605. If I had to pick a direction, that's where I would like us to go. So we just ran into a pivot. That big gold bar you see on my thing is a pivot at the top of that 4-hour candle. Still got 4 minutes left on this candle. There's your 4-hour here at the 500s. At least it's going to the upside instead of to the downside here. So if we can find an entry, we may be able to target the previous day low up there. So I'm just going to have to wait for a 5-minute candle to print, because a lot of times I don't jump in on these 5-minute breakouts just because I don't want to have to sit through the pullback. You got to think that candle went to 30 and that already pulled back 30 points. So maybe hit the 500 and push back up here. That's 40 points, almost 60 points. Look at that. Just trapped you in there if you bought that breakout. Maybe this next push will keep it moving. Need to stay above this pivot here. $75. If it stays above 75, we might get a push here, because that's that 5-minute pivot. We got 2.5 minutes left on the next 5-minute candle. I'm trying to be patient and wait on the next 5-minute candle. I really don't want to jump in early, because I know what happens if I try to jump in here. This thing's just going to yank it back, and I'm sitting here holding. So, oh, the VIX was high. Okay, it was high. We still need about another $500 to pass this eval here. Woo, what's that? 35 back to 60, 70 point retracement. So this is a perfect example why I don't buy breakout 5-minute candles. Unless you got in early. You got to get on the very early of the 5-minute candles. You know, if it's already pushed up 30, 40 points, you might as well just watch. $50 seconds. Finally get a new 5-minute candle. I mean, I like the 5-minute candle, maybe. Like I said, I don't know, man. This stuff's just... I knew today's price action is going to be kind of crappy. you'd almost need to push up, have a retest of this gold line you see here. A lot of times if we can retest the pivots, a lot of times you'll get like a nice move off the pivot. But, and usually I'm not a big fan of like taking these like where you got 50% of the candle as a freaking wick. So even those are kind of scary. And because I've gotten burned on those before, you know, trying to trade a 5-minute candle when 50% of the candle is a stick. Maybe it'll stay above this pivot here. And you can use the pivot maybe as a stop loss. Hopefully everybody's staying safe this morning, guys. Like I said, price action is probably going to be fairly tough this morning. This is why we didn't even break out our funded accounts today. You're doing the buys worry? Nice. Yeah, this is that. I mean, if you're good at scalping, man, you're probably tearing it up. But this price action for my style trading is not that great for me. I prefer to have something to look a little bit cleaner. So this is why I said something about like be careful buying these big wick 5-minute candles, because most of the time when it's like 50% wicks, a lot of times it's, you know, you get a lot more consolidation, a lot more pulling back. You almost need to get like a nice clean candle print above the 75s. Did you get the breakout this morning, Worry? Usually if we break 50% of that previous 5-minute candle, you'll start pushing here. What is it? Possible at 360s. That would be running from pivot to pivot. And we're using the Fibonacci pivots, guys. There's your, what, 50% of the 15-minute candle, and also your hourly 50% also at the 400s. So that's what the little lines in the middle of the box is. That's your 50% of your total move of that previous hourly candle. And most of the time, if you lose the 50% of this 15 minutes, we'll continue to the downside. We will break back out on the other side of this 15 minutes. Then you're going to have to get through these 360s. Maybe we get through the 360s. I might be able to find myself a short, but then we're just going to run into this consolidation right here. So this is what we don't want to see. We don't want to see ourselves just trapped inside this range, just bouncing back and forth. Now, if you're a range trader, this is going to be bread and butter for you, but I don't do range trading. So if you're a range trader, that's going to be butter. All right, 20 seconds left. So I can definitely see us getting down to the 60s here. This is eval only here, guys. Going into a lot of choppy mess here. I don't recommend this on a funded. I don't recommend this for over leveraging. This is just an eval only. I'm not even sure if we can make it past the 60s. I'm just trying to get 10 points on this eval and see if we can push down and retest the bottom of this range here. Ah, shoot, I couldn't save my runner here. We get the 75. I couldn't re-enter. I was trying to jump back in there. Because we hit the 75. Then here comes the 60s. Dang it. I couldn't save my runner. I was trying to, because what happens, I got my thing set up. When I hit 10 points, it automatically goes to 10. So I wasn't able to get my stuff moved in time. You're buying now. I didn't know if we would need to run those 60s first for myself. And we didn't really run the previous hourly candle yet. So I would like to see us run those 60s first. There's the 60s. We knew she had it in there. There she goes. I just missed out just got to miss out on the other half of my points. If we lose 260s, my next target to the downside is going to be 285. I think is what I had marked out here. Ooh. What is that? 425? Giving it a minute, see what happens here at the 60s. Did you take that 60 buy, Worry? I would think we might get a 50 touch. I feel like we probably deserve a 50 touch. That would be on the top of all of this here. Or even a 40, maybe a 40 to 30 touch. Yeah. Or even a 25. See if we can break back above the 410s here. I hate that I didn't get all my points on that because you could see the 60 coming because, I mean, we pretty much have been bouncing off this 60 so many times. I couldn't move my, I tried to move it, but I couldn't get it in time. I could see us pushing the 25s here. Let's see if we can, man, look at that rejection off the 50. Oh no, I couldn't even move it. Remember, guys, we're only doing eval trading today just because this price action is going to be pretty tough. All right, sit on my hands for a minute. Oh, we hit that 407. That's what we hit. Kind of need to break back above the 407s to move higher here. That's their point of control, that 407, guys. Point of control is at 407. All right. Back down to the 60 level again. Right now, that point of control is definitely a very good day to stay away from the fundeds, guys. Not gonna lie. I'm so glad I didn't even touch the fundeds today. Is anybody trapped in a trade at the moment? Like I said, it's probably going to take a little bit to get through all this mess down there. Might get a good bounce off 25 here. This stuff just yanked. So, like I said, I know you probably can't see it, but if you look over to the left, you see all of this. It's going to take us a little bit to get through that. I would think that we'd at least get a 20-25 bounce here. There's your 20-25 bounce. I don't know if we get back above the 6. We have to get back above 60 to continue higher. That's a pivot there. All right, about to have a new New candle here. Dude, this thing's just crazy choppy stuff. What is it? Point of control is back at the 407s here. We're on NQ or MNQ. Which we already kind of made up our mind early. Yeah, MNQ. We already made our mind up early this morning that we were going to be very cautious this morning just because of the big movement we had overnight. So I was anticipating some really crappy price action today. So I don't even know if we'll be able to even find another trade today. We might just be sitting on our hands the rest of the day. 5 minutes. Remember, point of control is at 407 here. Still getting kind of stuck at that, whatchamacallit. Kind of have to get back at 407s here if you want to consider long. Like I said, that's your point of control. So there's usually always kind of resistance there because that's where most of all your contract is sitting for anybody that doesn't usually follow the point of control. Yes, this is Ninja's platform. We are trading MNQ on Ninja Trader and on the 5 minutes. But right now we're just pretty much just watching, just because. That's why I told everybody I wasn't gonna mess with funded accounts today. This price action's been garbage. It's been pretty garbage most of this morning. You know, at least if you mess up a Bewley, it's not the end of the world. Point of control on the NQ's at 93. If you're watching the NQ, if you're not watching the MNQ. Maybe if we can work ourselves back above the 400s. But the problem is, that's just kind of what we were talking about this morning. If we get trapped between those two consolidation areas, if you kind of pull your charts over, consolidation, consolidation. So now we're just kind of trapped in between them. Still just kind of banging our head off the point of control. Is there anybody stuck in a trade right now? What's up, Harris? How are you doing? Ooh, a little breakout. There's your next pivot. All right, that's a good bounce. Bounce back down to the 50. That's pretty normal. Anytime you hit the whole numbers. Kind of like, whoo, this thing just, look at this thing just trapped some people in. That's so freaking dirty, man. Oh my goodness. That was dirty as hell. That was so dirty. Oh my goodness, boy, this market today, man, it's just dirtying some folks up today, man. Goodness. That's why you got to wait for that pullback, even on those new 5-minute candles, man. You can't just be just jumping in. Plus at the pivot, guys, we hit that pivot, so you can see I have the pivot marked out. These are some pretty good levels if you like to trade pivot. They're called pivots with Fibonacci levels. Oh shoot. Like I said, guys, we're still just kind of. I was debating on that long there. I was waiting to see what kind of pullback we got on that 5-minute candle to start pushing above that pivot. I was like, well, maybe we can jump in there with a little take profit trader, try to get 10 points in a runner. But that stuff, it just could not push it. I didn't anticipate a 120 point pushback down. Back down to the point of control. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'll enter. Like I wanted to enter on that one, but I was waiting for us to get above that point of control on the on this last candle because I like that very bullish candle we had. And I was waiting for like maybe a say 10 to 40% pullback, maybe pull back into this 15 minutes to hold to try to push back through that pivot level. But man, it just could not get to it. We still got a minute left on this candle, and we're still at another pivot. We are back below point of control, which is at 380. So we're going to be doing a giveaway, guys, in 20 minutes for anybody that wants to enter. You would have to go to the horizontal page to enter. And put an exclamation HUS. I think you have pretty good odds right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yeah. Very good odds, server. Very good odds. We're back at the point of control, which is the 80. I didn't know if this candle would run back up to create another order block. All right, just broke the new pivot here. But that doesn't mean a lot. It hasn't meant anything today. I don't know how many push downs it's going to take to get through all of this consolidation. Man, this thing's what, another possible bounce down at 270 would be the next if it gets through here. How's everybody else's trading going? To guys, we haven't really taken a lot of trades. I talked about this before we even started the market even open, that if we get stuck in between those two consolidation periods, that it's just going to be just bouncing back and forth. So that's why we stayed away from our funded accounts today. If you pull over to the left, you can see all this consolidation right here. So this is kind of where we're stuck in between this line and here. So if you're good at range, I mean, this is definitely your bread and butter if you're a range trader. How's everybody else's trading going today? Has most of you guys stayed out of this market, or has you guys still been pushing the button pretty hard today? What's up, Java? How are you doing? Oh, this candle's too big. Oh, the candles are too big. Yeah. Dude, this was a 120.5 minute candle. This was an insane 5-minute candle. Oh. Point of control is still at the 80 level on the NQ. So that's kind of where we've been just yanking back to, is that what's up, Nix? How are you doing today? We tried a couple little trades on the eval. We're 1 for 1. We took a winner, then took a loser. You made all your money. At least you made it last night, man. This price action's straight butt this morning. We've had big moves, but they're very iffy to catch. So, I mean, all you really can do is just sit on your hands and watch. Oh, nice on the $500, man, VIX. Yeah, the last couple of mornings, the last few weeks have been very tough mornings to trade. I can tell because I've been having my fair share of struggles with the last couple weeks with the morning. So we are doing a giveaway, VIX and Java. If you want to enter the giveaway, we're doing, all you gotta do is enter exclamation husk for a free Lucif account. It says in Elusive we only have a $1,000 payout per week, basically. I'm not sure about their total payouts. Is it that per account? ZA? That may be per account, I would think. I think if you have more accounts that you could take maybe that per account. Because you got to have 5 trading days of $100. So I'm not only trading with whatchamacallit, Elusive. I'm trading with Elusive and Bulanox. The bad taxes? Point of control is at 80, guys. I advise you them to make more than a daily minimum. Need a good buffer. So my 2 accounts that I'm close to payout on again is my Bulanox accounts. We're about $800 away from $2,000 in payouts and $500 away with the Elusive. But I think I'm gonna try to get that to, like Nick said or Server said, get that to the 1,500. That way you keep $1,000 buffer. But yeah, if you want to take more money out when it comes to any of these prop firms, you got to have multiple accounts. It's unless you're trading with, well, I don't know. I don't think I didn't think Elusive had a consistency rule with their funded. Once you're on your funded accounts, I'll have to look. Different ones offer different things. I think the direct to fundeds have a percentage, but you're back down to 2 fundeds. I'm still just with my 1 Knicks. I think right now we're consistently we have 7 funded accounts, but we're consistently trading 4 of them. Pro has the consistency, Flex doesn't. Okay. About to have a new 5-minute candle here. No, I take them out as soon as I hit payout. I think that's all I would shoot for. So like I have 2 accounts that are about between $800 and $900 away from 1,000 payout at each on my Bulanox accounts, and if I wanted to do the $500 once I hit 1,000 elusive, I can. But if you do that, it only leaves $500 worth of drawdown. So that would put a lot more stress on trying to keep that account. So basically, what we're trading now is our 4 fundeds. That's Bulinox fundeds and Lucid fundeds. And for evals, we're trading 1 Bulinox eval, and we're trading a take profit trader that we still need to make another $900 something on because it's a 25K. So I'm sitting at 25,670 in it. Guys, right now, pretty good odds for Nix and Noah for the free elusive of their choice, Flex or Pro accounts. So Flex, yeah, whatever one you want, man. I got four accounts. We're gonna try to do multiple giveaways this week. Get out of here, Methodical Man. Methodical Man's not welcome. We're booting Methodical. Methodical don't get a free account today. He'll probably be entering on like multiple accounts if I know Methodical. He'll have like 5 YouTube accounts that he's logged into and entering like 5 different times. It's in the YouTube horizontal, Michael. And you just put exclamation Husk in there to get a ticket. Woo, man, we're just running pivot to pivot right now. Nice. Yeah, Miff's on the ban list, Nick. He's on the ban list. he got the ban hammer dropped on him. Ooh, nice momentum here. All right, we're hitting that pivot again, guys. Yeah, it's hard to chase these rips, man, because what makes it so hard, Nick, is the yank backs, man. Like when it's yanking back freaking 30, 40 points, it is almost super tough to grab these. So today is a horrible day for runners. So today is one of these days where you just take your profit is probably better because I would have been destroyed on all my runners today because the pullbacks have been insane. Just take your 10 points. Oh. Now we can maybe print. Man, you would need to see a nice little print above 75 at this pivot here. This is a Fibonacci pivot here, guys. Fibonacci pivot. Methodical Man didn't have the pivots marked out, did you, Methodical Man? Oh, is this take profit least right there at the pivot? Or did he take it into the pivot? I can't see where his order is. Nick, the reason why my pivots are different than yours sometimes because I use Fibonacci pivots. I don't use the standard pivots. If you go to TradingView, if you want to use these, remember, John, I said I didn't care if you advertise. Just don't spam the lobby too much if you can't help it. Thank you, sir. Uh, Michael, we're also Nick's. We're also going to be doing another giveaway tonight too, for the same style accounts, either the Flex or the Pro. So this thing is running from pivot to pivot, back to the point of control at 80. Dude, I'm so glad I stayed away from this garbage today. I'm not gonna lie. I tried 2 trades. We won one, lost one. I was like, okay, that's enough. And it was only on eval only. Woo, this stuff is messy today. Ah. Back to the point of control. 80s point of control. Boom. Point of control. Look, you got your little, if you use a volume profile, you can see where we're hitting at. So this is why you kind of see where we're running. You got all of your orders here, here. So it's just a magnet. Boom, 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 going back and forth. Run down here, touch this a little bit, but we're just trapped. We're trapped in this big mountain of stuff here, guys. So after I saw all that this morning, we were like, okay, no funded trades today. Anytime that I've gone back and look at this volume chart, anytime that I see that the volume is smack in between each other within like less than 100 points, it's just straight garbage, chop straight across. Now, like I said, if you're good at range, you're probably on fire for range trading today, but I don't ever do range trading. Sitting on my hands. Hopefully everybody's staying safe. You're in short. All right. Just got a good stop loss. Now that pivot up there, if you could have got in close to that gold line I have put up there for your pivot, that's the spot right there, and you play off these pivots. To me, I think if I was going to take these trades, that's what I would be looking for is retest of these pivot areas and trying to get in as close to those pivot as possible. Nice hello on the short here. What target are you looking for, hello? All right. Like I said, Nick, oh, Nick, Noah won it. And it was only between two, it was only a 50-50. All right, sis, here, send me a email, Nick. Send me an email with only you know what's in that email, like a number. Then tell me what that number is, Nick. There was only two people that entered. It was just Nick and Noah. So very good chances. I already knew Noah wasn't going to be here because he said he had to go to work this morning. He entered really early this morning, so he asked me if he won, if I would give it to him since he had to go to work, and we already said yes. So we'll have to save that one for Noah. Did you send the email over, Nick? We're gonna do another giveaway tonight too. Let me know when you send that email over. Yeah, send me an email and put a number in there that only you know what number is in there. I put the email in the chat just a minute ago, right there. hustrader22@gmail.com. Is this MT5? I'm not sure what MT5 is. This is MNQ or NQ, but with micros. He did, but I have 4. I don't mind giving away an extra one. Since you're the only 2 that entered. We'll say both of you guys were winners today, since there was only 2 people that entered. So you said you wanted the flex. You said you wanted the flex one, Nick. And I'll just give Noah's later this evening or whenever next time he's in the chat. Okay. Yep, Noah, you actually won. Just send an email to hushtrader22 at gmail.com and put only a number in there that you know. I put my email in the chat, Noah. And tell me what it is here in the chat. We'll do it here in the chat while you're here, if you're able to. Only you and Nick's was entered. I mean, I told everybody, but only you and Nick's entered, Noah. Like I said, it's at HushTrader22 Gmail. There we go. All right. What were the numbers you put in there, Nick? What was the numbers in your email? You don't even have to put all of them. Just put 2 of them, or just something, or just something that's in there. It don't have to be the whole thing. Just something I know that's in your. Yes, you. I got the email, Nick. I'm just waiting for you to put something in there that shows that it's your email to make sure. Just put the number that you put in there, or one of the 3 numbers. You got 3 numbers in here. So I got, like I said, I got your email. No, in the chat here in the YouTube chat. Just put in the YouTube chat something that you sent me. Yeah, just something here in the chat. So you put 3 numbers and a little saying, so just so that I know that was you that sent that. Just put it in the chat. Yeah, don't send another email, Nix. Okay. All right. That's fine. That's all I wanted to see, as long as you knew what numbers you've sent. All right. All right. There you go. All right, go back. All right, Noah. What numbers did you put in the chat or your email? All right, Noah. Do you want a flex account or a pro account 50K? Uh all right, we'll just go with the pro then, since we gave Nick's the flex. Ah. Okay. Well, it was only 2 of y'all that entered, Noah. It was just you and Nick that entered. We weren't gonna let Methodical Man win. We already dropped the ban hammer on him. So Methodical Man already had the ban hammer dropped. So we'll do another giveaway to night 2. All right, we can close. All right. I didn't know if we would stay above this pivot here. Very, very iffy trade here, guys. This is just an eval only. The wick backs are insane. I could have had my 10 points, but man, I was shooting. I must didn't have it in the right place. I thought I was at the top of that wick. We could go all the way back down to the point of control here, so just be aware of that. No, I don't really trade full time. I trade a few hours in the morning, then a few hours in the evenings. Most time I work kind of like midday. I don't know if there's enough orders up here to kind of carry us up to the upside, guys. Yeah, I do use funded, except for not today, because I already just by looking at price action, I knew it was going to be very choppy today, and we had like a 500-point move overnight, so it was just best to stay away from it. So our funded accounts that were, yeah, we just took our last withdrawal was this month 4,000, and we need to make about what 800 on 2 accounts and 500 on the other account to hopefully get to 2,500s in drawdowns for the month of March. And that's on 2 Bewley accounts. That's why we didn't trade funded, because we still got 16 trading days left this month. And I just want to get it done by this month. So, and I only need 8 winning trades at $100, $120 to get those payouts. So this is why I said I was not going to trade this price action today. It was super, super choppy. But we got above this pivot here, so I was seeing if we would stay above this pivot. That just took years of practice, man. I want to say at the end of this past year, where I really got comfortable trading funded accounts, that I used to be scared to trade my fundeds all the time. That just comes with practice and time. There's no way to really get through that really fast unless everybody's giving your accounts for free and you don't have no emotions tied to it. But most of us have emotions tied to it because it costs us money, you know. I might even close this. It's already a 50-point trade. I ain't trying to be greedy today. Okay. Whew, nice. Nice 50-point trade that was. That's very far and few, guys. Very, very few. I think that you could possibly get the previous day close at 6:05, but I wasn't going to push it. So, because we just ran this 4-hour candle. So, So this thing could come crashing back down. So we got 164 on that trade there. Trading just a few micros. Remember, there's not a lot of volume and order sitting up here, so be careful long and too long. Your long was off of that pivot down here, guys. So this is what we were longing off of. I took 2 trades. One of them, the runner got stopped out pretty much. I think we lost like 25 bucks on that first trade. Then we got it back on this bigger move here. But and this with this pivot kind of being your stop loss, because I wasn't going to let us lose this pivot and go all the way back down to this next pivot. And like I said, I feel like we push up to this next pivot at 600. So, man, I almost want to. Man, do we want to short that? I almost feel like that's another good possible short area, is up at the 600s. No, don't YOLO it, man. If you pass that, that's a free funded account. That's the only thing about free stuff, Noah. It makes you want to just YOLO because you don't have no attachments to it. Nick, did you take the did you take the pivot trade also? This was really the only first really nice entry that I had that I really liked. Whenever we printed above the pivot, we pushed back into it, wicked it. The body's pretty much closed above it. Then, oh, you were busy setting up your account, man. I may try a 2 micro trade up there, just 2 micros, guys, because I'm up 164 in this take profit trader at the moment, and I don't want to. Maybe we can add a little bit to our win streak, or to our little bonus profit. We got a total of we got to make $1,500 in this, and we got to make what 26,500. So I still need to make another seven. I don't know, 550, something like that. So, oh no, that'd be cool if somebody can just get a. Somebody else won. Oh, Funded Futures. He got his account. He won one last week or the week before with Luciv, and he said he got his to funded. Guys, if you win account with Luciv, that's like winning a free funded account if you get it funded, because all you got to do is pass the evaluation phase. That's a free funded account. So those are good giveaways. That's like getting a freaking take profit trader account for free. Nice if you stayed in this, man. Like I said, I just didn't want to be greedy. Ooh, so far, no Luciv fundeds today, no Bulenox funded today. Like I said, we stayed away from fundeds. We pretty much talked about it pre-market that today's price action was going to be super tough. So one of my biggest things in the morning when I get on here, if we got 500 points of movement in the Asia/London session, the New York's going to suck. So basically the New York's going to be your consolidation period for probably most of the morning. So so we may not even get the 600. He's saying we're at the VWAP right now. So let me look to the left. What do we got to the left of us here? Oh, the gap fill-ins up there too. Come on. Dude, if we can get our target, that would be our... Is that the gap fill-in or is the gap fill-in up here? Dude, the gap fill-in's up at 60. Oh, shoot. I don't know. I figured we may be able to get 10 points here then. Maybe 10 points. I'll take that too. If this hits, if I can at least get 10 points, I will take that previous day close up there also at 660. Because I'm just looking for 10 points, maybe 20 points at most. Oh, the VWAP's at the 360s. All right. I think it really depends on your trading style. Yosh, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Because all these prop firms have different. All these prop firms have different rules. So, two of my favorite to trade right now with is probably Luciv and Bulinox. Bulinox being kind of my actual favorite to trade with, because Bulinox is a little bit more expensive on the back end, but they have I know they have really good customer service because I've been using them for a while. And what is it? I know they're going to pay out. The only rule that you really got to follow with them is that 40% consistency rule with fundeds. But with Luciv, I want to say some of their accounts, I'm not sure. Well, I have to go back and look at their consistency rule on Luciv with their fundeds. I feel like one of them doesn't have a consistency rule. I think it's similar to like that Take Profit Trader or Top Step account. Because I see online that a lot of Top Step users have been coming over to Elusive. I don't mind the consistency rules if it's like really big and it don't really affect me. So a 40 and 50% consistency rule doesn't affect my trading style because I don't ever full send my fundeds. Most of all my fundeds are like grinded where I traded most of between 3 and 4 micro or 3 to 5 micros for mostly all my trades. Yeah, I mean, but if I was going for the big move, like, putting on that super, super heavy and I'm just looking to get those big trades all at once, I can see where and that's who those consistency rules go after. Oh yeah. Now, no, no. Now I don't know if they still have that, Vince, or that was that 30% drawdown consistency rule. That one there is completely different. Now, I hate that one. When that one cost me a payout with Apex because of that freaking 30% consistency draw. Now, there's a difference between having a 30% consistency drawdown where I'm talking about 40% consistency. What I'm saying, like, you can't make over 40% of the count. But I think Apex did away with that. They did away with that rule where, if you want more than 30% down or 40% down, you automatically forfeit the next payout. So your trading days start over. It even used to be that nice. They just changed that a while back. But so I don't like when I got to keep up with a bunch of freaking crazy rules. Oh, yeah. It hurts you on the really good trading days where you're like in a zone. Where you feel like no matter what you take, it's not a loss. You know, those really good trading days where you're just like, you can do no wrong. This type of trading day is what I call a survival day. If you can survive today without jacking up your accounts, the price action may be a little bit better the rest of the week. You just got to survive today. The survival days. At least that's what we hope for. Oh, man. Sounds like Methodical Man's been over there slinging it too. I got to say, this is probably one of the days that I've probably traded the least. We've taken 3 trades. We've taken 2 winners and 1 loser. So we got a winner. The second one was a loser. It pretty much took all my profit away that we made. So, and then we took a winner on the take profit trader account. That was the last trade that we took off this pivot here. So that's kind of where you're sitting at today. No funded trades today. I already made that decision very early this morning. You can see, I actually even put this in the chat this morning. Let's see. I put this in the chat this morning at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. So about 2 hours for the market pretty much puts in. So big move overnight, could be chopped this morning. Levels down to the downside 280. Did we run the 280s? Nope. Yep, we almost got the 280s today. Then next level down would be the 2485, which we did not even get through the 280s. So, well, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did it. We ran the 280s. So we kind of did have a little run down to the 200s this morning. Wait, no, that was at 2 o'clock this morning. No, we haven't. The low so far this morning has been about 320. Dude, you just got 19K in payouts, but the heading now is like, more money, more problems. Just make sure you put your 25% back for taxes and Social Security, Medicaid, and all those good stuff, you know. You don't want to spend the whole 100%, then Uncle Sam is wanting his 25% at the end of the year. I know. It's like he's got his hand out for the 25%. You figure most state taxes are about 9 to 11%. Your federal, depending on how much he makes, is usually between 10 to 25%. Then Social Security, Medicaid is 6%. So time you add all those up, you're about 25%. So you just at least that's a base 25%. Then the rest of it, you know, do as you please. Until you really, it depends, you know, on your tax situations. I think once you get above 80,000, I think it goes into the 30%. Or 100,000 or something like that. I don't know the exact numbers. I haven't really looked at them in a while. I know they kind of update them every year usually. Yeah, me and my wife are stuck usually paying taxes every single year. I can't remember the last time that we got a return. Probably when the kids were younger. You know, all of our kids are over 18 now, so we don't have any dependents. With me and my wife, we usually always end up owing because we also have a hair salon business in the next town, so we always got to pay taxes on that stuff. The Section 1256 benefits. See, I don't even sure if I know what that number is. What's up, Solo? Whew. May not get too much off of this for some reason. If we do, like I said, I don't know if we're going to risk over 10 points on this. I really don't want it above the 605s if it pushes up there and tags me in. We're just looking for 10 points off the 600, which is a pivot there, and also the previous day low. The SD 2.5 is at the that's the the opening week. The opening week gaps up there also Solo. We're just looking for a 10-point trade. If I can get a 10-point trade, that'll push me over $200. $200 on this 25K for the day. We're sitting at 168 right now. Oh, heck no. We decided not to try trade PAs at 8 o'clock. Well, actually before that. Like, there was just no way I was going to do the PAs today, man. It was just too choppy back and forth. So we decided to stay away from the PAs. And you know me, Solo, I don't like to trade my PAs when we got 500 points of movement in an overnight session. That was just way too much movement overnight. And anytime, you know, if anybody wants some advice, man, if you see 600 point plus move in the overnight session, that just means the New York's just going to be basically trapped in a zone. So, I mean, we had a decent 100-point zone, but look at this zone right here, guys. Just back and forth, 100 points. Then we finally broke out. All right, here we go. We're going to, like I said, risk about $40 on this trade. If I feel like it's going to push through the 605s, I will close this. Oh, nice. Nice on the payout, Solo. I'm glad to see you back out there taking advantage of the prop firms again after you took Elite Trader for a good bit. Solo, are you still doing that 15-minute range play? Or the one that you said you and your sister was doing? Slowly getting back into it. I still do the 15 minutes, but it's always the 9 to 9:15 one. So, guys, this is a 2 micro trade. We're only trying to make like maybe $40 or something. Very simple. If I can get $40, that'll push me over $200 on the Take Profit Trader account today, and we'll be good. So $200 profit's about all I really look for on these 25Ks. So I wouldn't mind seeing us hit the 200 and going all the way back down to the 380. She's got a losing streak on the PAs. So 610 is going to be my limit here. Let me make sure that pivot is still there. I haven't checked it in a minute. Heck no. Oh, wait. Yeah. It's still there. Just got to make sure they didn't do away with it. Just want a quick little 10-point trade, guys. Quick 10 points. Go to break even fairly quick. Oh, like this morning was a scalper heaven. If you're good at scalping, I mean that range play, dude, the range plays were insane this morning. I don't do range very well. So like I said, just 10 points here. That's all I'm looking for. I don't want to give it too many tries. We already got within 2 points of our target. That's the only thing that scares me when it does that. So see, we already got that freaking almost 15-point pullback off of that first hit. Ugh. We may miss it. That's what you're looking for when it hits. It says there was a I have a pivot sitting there. See that gold line right there? That's a pivot on my I use the Fibonacci pivots, and once this printed above this body closed above this pivot, and this retested that pivot, that's why we decided to take that long while ago. So, and you probably could have took this trade from this pivot all the way up to the next Fibonacci pivot, which is sitting at the 600. But I didn't want to hold through the consolidation. Unfortunately, we may end up missing this trade, guys. I don't know. I hate that we got within 2 points of our entry and we've already pulled back 30 points. So this is kind of what you're looking for off of that level up there. But I hate it when it does it the second time. It's always super nervousing when it has that second time. Who are you going to trade your elusive count on? That would be your next question. Next answer. If you're new to trading, I probably would just recommend Tradeovate. Tradeovate's probably the easiest. And so all you do is just take your login and log into your Tradeovate account. Tradeovate. I'm not sure who you're trading. Did you not set up your platform, who you're going to trade your elusive account before you bought it? Yeah, you would just log in with your credentials on Tradeovate, and you should have your account there. So I just put in my use, and it should be a username password that Elusive gives you. And that's what you log in under username password. So here's the Tradeovate accounts. Here's the Elusive account. I'm not sure what manual lock is. I got to watch those charts. So I haven't used Tradeovate in forever. I don't really know what that means. I don't know if it's because I'm trading on Ninja. I think that's what it is, because my Tradeovate accounts on Ninja. So Tradeovate and Ninja are the same company. Ninja owns Tradeovate. So you're allowed to have Tradeovate accounts and have them on Ninja. So that's how I got my account set up. So if you look at my accounts, here's my Elusive account on Ninja, but it's the same account that's on Tradeovate. But I just traded over here on Ninja. The same with Take Profit Trader. My Take Profit Trader is a Tradeovate account. Woo! We could get popped here for the second push, guys. Actually, I'm going to go to break even real quick because we're just going to go to break even. Oh, there we go. There's your 10 points. Woohoo! It paid twice. It didn't pay as good as that first time, but at least the second one we got our 10 points. Oh, it hit right on the money. No drawdown at all for a quick little 10-point victory. Nice. All right, so that put us over $200 on the Tradeovate account, or Take Profit Trader account. What time is it? Man, we still got a couple more minutes. Let me see if I can go to Elusive and find where the username. Do you know where to find your username password at? Let's see. Back to dashboard. See, it has a launch Tradeovate. Oh, show credentials. Okay, so if you're on your Elusive page, there's a little thing in the right corner. It says show credentials. And if you click on that, that would be your username password for Tradeovate. So that'll allow you to log in Tradeovate to trade on their page there. Yeah, about Elusive. Someone in my other chat was asking, oh, shoot, man. I missed that trade talking. Son of a bee. I missed the whole entry. I should have been long down there at freaking 605. Son of a bee. I wanted to take that long off that pivot there. Could get stuck here. I'm not going to risk very much on this trade. So if I feel like it's coming back, we'll just close it because I should have been long at 600s or 605s. I have to close it. Son of a bee, man. Completely missed that freaking thing. I was paying attention. I was looking elsewhere. It still may go, but that was a funded account. I guess the next target fill in is going to be up there at what, 466? That would be your weekly gap fill in. Yeah, your entry was right here. See how we closed above it here, and when your thing pulled back into there, God, it's going to go. But like I said, we just totally. I hate that I was in that late. Man, that would have been a nice entry. Oh, I guess you can go to the change password, and you can, I guess, put your own password on elusive. Oof. So if you are long, that pivot needs to be where your stop loss needs to be here. At what, 600s or so? Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh. Let's take another eval trade here. Got to stay above the previous day low close. Oh, crap. I didn't have my thing on there. Oh, we're losing the pivot. Still at the pivot. What time is it? Shoot, it's almost time for me to head out, guys. I have to go to work in a little. Well, not go to work, but I have to errands. I have to run here at 12. Have to go with my wife and possibly pick up a washer dryer for her salon. All right. I tried to get up there with my little count, but it didn't make it. All right, so we're going to finish in the red, 116 on this account, and we're still 200 on the... is that thing going to go after it stops me out? I would think that we'd want those 2460s up there. We're 50-50 today. We're red on the elusive funded 116. 203, we're green on the eval and break even on our funded or eval Bulanox account. I was trying to take that up to that 20 level there, but we didn't get the 20. Or if we did get the 20, I went to break even too fast. No. We don't be YOLO and no funders, man. Oh, shoot. And I was just looking for the 20. Man, we would have hit two. Son of a bee. Dirty. Let's see here. Another possible 10-point trade. He didn't trade today. Is up here at the previous day close. I wouldn't mind seeing another retest of this pivot down here. I don't know what my next pivot is. The 260 is the previous day close. That next pivot's all the way up at 24,808. So it's a long ways up there. We're just looking for 10 points, 2 micros. Remember, Nix, I said I used the Fibonacci pivots. Dude, this should have been a big winner for me a while ago when I was long. I hate that I did not give it the room it needed to run. Didn't quite make it up there. What did we hit, the 50? So probably a pullback to the 25. Then the 50 may rip. $75 will be my line in the sand for the pushback up here. Like I said, I feel like we paper handed this a while ago. I didn't know if we push back and retest the pivot again. There's a possibility we push back down there. Oh, you think we sell down 100 points from here? Possible? I didn't know if we were going to finish filling in that gap up there at the 60. Uh, the one that we're logged on now is Take Profit Trader. What was that 40 level solo? The SD4. Hmm. Wow, nice call out on the short then. It's a MNQ. Dude, did we break this trend line? I mean, if we break this trend line, I definitely can see those 40s that you're talking about. So low. I think so. As long as the prop firm you're trading with allows you to trade in India. Or you can trade just real money. I'm pretty sure. Definitely real money. It's just the NASDAQ is all it is. NQ. It's a PA solo. Nice. There's the pivot. Do we break the 600 pivot? Because then. Ooh. It's very tempting. I just wasn't going to touch it into that pivot range. We're pretty much back at the pivot previous day open, our low here. So nice short solo. I don't know if I can get 10 points out of this or not, man. We're just kind of trying to be patient. I just don't want to jump back in and this thing just rips my face back off to the top side. It's hard to take these trades around these pivot areas. Look at there, man. As soon as I jumped in that shit, it ripped my face off. Damn it. Dude, that ended up just wrecking me. God damn it. I should have knew better trying to freaking short that freaking pivot, man. My eval is getting trashed right now. Whew. Come on. Whoosh. We're at the previous day low. I don't know if we get back through that previous day low without going to that previous day close to the top side. I'm just looking for 10 points on my take profit trader here, which, man, if we can lose the 90s, I'd look for the 40s or 50s. I couldn't break that freaking inside candle. Lose the pivot. Well, we're at a pivot right now on our Fibonacci. And usually this is an area that I try not to trade above it. You really... whatever happens with this will be my last trade of the day, guys. We have to head out. I have somewhere I got to be by 12 o'clock today. Yeah, to me it looks like it just wants to. If it cannot get back below 600, I just don't see how we don't move to the top side. We got to get through this pivot here. Because a lot of times I take a lot of my trades around these pivots. Well, it's going to put a dent in the old eval too. No. Ah, shoot. Not looking good. We just broke. We did not want to see us break back above this candle here. Son of a bee. Come on. We're down 130 at the moment. Oh, shoot. New 5-minute candle. Dude, this thing just wicked right off the pivot, guys. Yep. God damn it. These are the trades that I usually like to take longs on off the pivots. All right. God dang it, dude. Such bull crap. All right. That's got to do it for me. Okay. From now on, I can't do that no more. That's just fucked up, man. We pretty much. That took us back down to what, 605? All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back later tonight.